Let's get started. I know we're missing some folks, but hopefully they'll pop in here in a little bit. So welcome everyone. The goal behind this presentation today is fairly simplistic. We want to give you an idea of what it's like to come back to on-site learning. And so we're calling this our hybrid model. And first of all, we're extremely excited to see everyone, whether it be on-site or on Zoom. We're just excited to have the kids here and part of what we're doing. So this is a quote I picked up because I thought it was fitting for the times. It says, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet." Sometimes during this COVID pandemic, things have been a struggle, not just for the kids, but for the adults as well. And so just hold true that education is important, and as we move forward, sometimes it's hard, but the end game is well worth it. So our agenda is pretty simple. It's all going to be about the hybrid schedule and what it looks like. We'll talk a little bit about the cohorts and the safety protocols. And as you walk away from this as a student, I want you to have an idea of what it's going to be like as you walk inside the building. It's going to be different than what it was like pre-COVID, and you need to understand that. And this is in no way a downer. It's just reality. It's the way that we're going to have to conduct business. So again, if you have questions, I put this in a letter out to the families. If you have questions after this, by all means, email Mrs. Hunter, myself, any of the staff will gladly help out. So our hybrid model will look something like this. We're going to have three cohorts. There's cohort A, B, and C. Cohorts A and B are going to be on site 2 days a week. Cohort C will be continuing to learn from home. They'll still be involved in all of the classes. They'll just be doing that via Zoom. So our cohort A is going to be on site Mondays and Tuesdays, and the cohort B will be on site Thursdays and Fridays. That doesn't mean that you get the other 2 days off. It means that you'll be joining your class from home via Zoom on those days that you are at home. So cohort A, you'll be joining us via Zoom on Thursday, Friday. Cohort B, you'll be joining us on Monday and Tuesday. This says the same thing, but for just for simplicity. On Wednesdays, I want you to remember that we're still doing health and wellness, and that's via Zoom. That's also a day that's lined out for deep cleaning of the classrooms. It's all going to be about protocol and safety. The way that we're dividing up the cohorts is going to be by alphabet. We're working to see what's the best way to equal the numbers on cohort A and B, and we're also trying to be conscious and help with siblings who might be in the same building. So we want you to be on the same days as your sibling if they're, say, in the high school, unless your parent doesn't want that. If they want you to be on opposite days, that's fine too. We can try to accommodate. So our safety protocols. I need you to really pay attention on this one. For us to stay open, right, we have to be following these protocols. And the biggest component of this, there's two things: face masks and social distancing. The third, it's equally as important to wash your hands and be sure that we're sanitized. So face masks are going to be worn at all times. If you're walking down the hall, if you're in class, your face mask will be on at all times, and they need to be worn properly, right? So for example, I know you've probably been in the store and you've seen people wearing like this. That doesn't quite work, right? Because it's not covering your nose. Be sure that your nose and your mouth are covered. And so that's what it's going to be. You're going to be seeing a whole lot of this when you walk around the halls, which is okay. Face masks are worn at all time. Hand sanitizers, we have dispensers in every class, and there's some stations that are in the hallways as you walk around as well. So there's plenty of chances for you to sanitize your hands. As we go through transitions, we'll show up the schedule here in a little bit. The transitions, you have 5 minutes. That's a lot of time. But we're going to ask that you exit the classroom and then you walk to the next classroom directly. We're not having you wander the halls and things like that. So basically the mantra is going to be, if you're standing, your feet are moving to the next class, okay? And we also want you to keep 6 feet apart. That's going to be difficult. Let's just be honest. I understand that, but we can't be having kids hugging each other and picking each other up. We really need you to work with us and try to keep 6 feet. Let's talk about food service real quick. I'm going to give you a day in the life of a middle school student here in a little bit, and we'll show you where you're going to pick things up. But if you are in need of breakfast, if you usually get school breakfast, we have a system in place where you can get that food prior to coming to school, and you can have it for the week, so that you can feed, or you can be fed before you come on site. That's kind of the expectation, because we don't have time during the day, since we're on a shortened schedule, to give you a chance to necessarily eat in class. We're not using the commons. All food and drink will be done in class and at designated times. So if you are in need of breakfast, I put a link on here. Rachel Matthews is our food service coordinator, and she can help guide parents in how to either get food delivered or pick up if breakfast is needed. All right, I know this sounds harsh, but it's all about the protocols, and for us to stay open, we gotta keep the virus out of the building. There's designated times to eat. Basically, it's one time throughout the day, and it's around noon. And you're going to hear this a lot. Follow the direction of your teacher. Okay, your teachers will guide you on what to do and when to do it. So when we have that designated time, it's really important that you stay in your desks, which are already 6 feet apart. That after you're done eating, you're putting your mask directly back on, and you clean up your area. Teachers, again, will help you with that part of it. The drinking fountains are not going to be available. If you have a water bottle that you are going to be having during lunch, the dispensers are still usable, but the drinking fountains themselves will not be. Other items, lockers, we're not using lockers, and we're not going to be using the locker room. So if you have PE, let's say, you need to be conscious of that and bring with you an extra set of shoes if you have them, and comfortable clothes, because those are the clothes that you'll be wearing during that class time. We're not going to be sharing materials. Bring your own pencils, pens, papers, your food, your water, all of that is going to be yours. And we're not going to be sharing things. Oh, another thing. So as you bring all of your kind of standard supplies, right, those pens and pencils and things of that nature, be sure that you bring your Chromebook, your charger, and also earbuds or headphones. We don't have enough to hand out to people, so we need you to bring your own earbuds and headphones. If you need a Chromebook, you can come to the front office and we'll check one out to you. I think most people have them already, but if you're in need of one, try to get to the front office and we'll check one out before March 15th. That would be great. Attestations, you're going to be seeing these posters. We'll have a couple of them, and on them there are a number of questions, right? These questions you'll be getting very familiar with, and it just asks if you have any of the following symptoms. I'm not going to read through them all, but fever, chills, cough, things of that nature. If you have not had any of those, then you've passed the attestation. And on Skyward, you have a spot that asks you to basically acknowledge that you don't have symptoms. We're going to be doing that every morning, all right? And I'll talk a little bit more about that when we go through a day in the life. So if you have not logged into Skyward, then you need to contact your homeroom teacher and we can help you do that. But I believe most people have. Here's the thing. If you have even the slightest symptom, all right, if you don't feel 100%, stay home. It's totally okay. You're not being exited from class. You still can join your class via Zoom, and we just want to be we're going to err on the side of caution. Okay, so if you're not feeling well, if you just feel a little bit off, it's okay to stay home and join your classes from Zoom. Okay. All right. So let's talk about a day in the life to kind of give you an idea of what it might look like. So as you enter the building, our middle school students are going to enter through the new commons entrance. We are not going to have you go through the main entrance. That's where the high schoolers are going to go. So we're trying to separate the groups and try to minimize the amount of people going through each threshold. So we're going to have you come through these doors. And if you're not aware, these are by the gym. And also parents, if you're dropping your students off or picking them up, this is where you'll be dropping them off as well. You will not be dropping them off in the main part of the building where the main doors are. These posters will be posted at the door and also inside. And so you're going to read through them. It'll give you, again, an idea of thinking about, do I have any of these symptoms or not? Once inside, we're going to have a line that will serpentine in the new commons, and we're going to have you stay 6 feet apart. And basically what you're doing is you're waiting for you to get your temperature checked. So we have these little amazing bad boys, and they're pretty simple. All it is we tap your forehead, and it tells us the temp. The reason that we're doing that is it allows us to just do a double check. That's all we're doing. Okay, so whether you've done the attestation or not, every student's going to have their temperature checked. You're going to receive a sticker, and that sticker will go on your shirt, and that tells us that you have gone through the line, and then you're going to go straight up to class. So when teachers see you first period, you should have that sticker on your shirt, okay? Because that's going to tell us that you've gone through the line and you've entered the correct doorway. Once you've got the temperature done and your sticker on, if you are in need of food, you're going to go to the next stage, which is, I don't know if you can see my arrow, but you know where the stage is? We're going to have a table there that will house lunch bags. Okay, so if you are in need of food for lunch, you're going to go to that area, give them your name, pick up a lunch bag, and then you're going straight to first period. If you don't need a lunch, you're going straight to first period after you get your temperature and sticker. Okay. All right. Again, if you're standing, your feet are moving to first period. Okay, that's what we're doing. You head straight to class. So if you are heading upstairs, you'll just go straight to the staircase up to the right, and most of our classes are upstairs. If you are going to either Ms. Mylan, Mr. Zazette, or Mrs. Pinkerton, then you would be heading out through the courtyard. And both of those, that doorway on the bottom is to the courtyard. And I've got a couple other pictures here to show you if you don't know what it looks like. So that's our courtyard. You're going to be going across the courtyard and through you'll see a gate. You're not going to go through the gate. There's a doorway that goes out to Ms. Mylan's, or you're going to go up these stairs, and these stairs go up to Mr. Zazette's and also Miss Pinkerton's. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Okay. So now, real quick before I go on, 7th graders, I know that you haven't been to the building. Some of you may have, a lot of you have not. And sometimes that brings some anxiety. So just understand that we're all here to help you. And you're going to be seeing the teachers here in a little bit. And those faces are all of the faces that are willing to help you out and guide you. So if you have any question whatsoever, you just find an adult and we're going to help you out. Okay. We'll be in the hallways and we will be in sight. So if you're confused, just ask questions. All right. We're here to help. We're here to help. All right. Like I said, hand sanitizing stations are spaced throughout the building. So you'll see these types that are on their stands. Also inside the room, you have hand sanitizing stations that are mounted on the walls. As you walk in the room, Just give yourself a quick little squirt and rub your hands, and then you're good to go. Okay. And again, follow the teacher's guidance. The teachers are here to help you out. And as you walk in the room, you're going to see, this is an example, you're going to see rooms that look like this. Our desks are spaced 6 feet apart. You're going to sit in the desk and then wait for teacher's instructions. All right. Again, keep masks on at all times and stay social distanced. This is what our schedule is going to look like. Our doors are going to open around 8:45. 8:50 to 9:50 is what we're going to call first period. There's 5 minutes extra in that first period because that is a time for attestations to be done on Skyward if they haven't been done at home before you came. So again, you're coming into the building through the new commons, you're getting your temperature checked, you'll get a sticker, you grab a lunch bag if you need it, and then you go directly to first period, where you'll be following teachers' directions again, and they will ask you to open up your Chromebook, you get on Skyward, and then you do your attestation if it's not done currently. At 9:50, you'll be released to go to your second period. Again, please go directly to second period. Okay. Third period is from 10:55 to 11:50. So this is a slight change from what I sent out, but we had to make an adjustment on the idea of food based on shared staff. So from 11:50 to 12:15, that's going to be the time that we designate for you to eat. You're going to be staying in your third period class and working with that third period teacher. And so again, I'm going to ask you to follow your teacher's directions. It's important that you stay in your desk because those are already 6 feet apart or more, and that will help us keep the social distance piece. Once you're done eating, put your mask directly back on. 12:20 to 1:15 is your last period, that's fourth. And then at 1:15, you're released to the bus. Or if you're getting picked up by a parent, you're going to, of course, meet them out in the parking lot. We're going to have you exit the building the same way that you entered the building, out through the new commons, okay? And that's going to be a little bit different for those who have already been here. But we're going to ask again that you utilize the new commons entrance as the 7th and 8th grade entrance and exit. Okay. So just a couple of quick reminders before we have the teachers introduce and welcome. So again, we have 3 cohorts, all right? A and B are on site, C are joining class from home. Okay, the protocols. I've been talking a lot about those, the masks, the social distancing. What I need you to understand is that for us to stay open, we have to, again, follow the protocols. We need your help. We really need your help, and you have to work with us. So if we have to constantly remind someone that their masks are off or that they're not respecting physical space, things of that nature, then you'll be moved into cohort C and you'll be joining our classes from home, and we're not going to have you on site. That sounds terrible, but it really is just the reality of where we're at right now. So we need you to work with us and just really try to be mindful of how we conduct business. Okay, masks on, social distance, sanitize your hands. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. Okay. Reminder to bring your basics and some tech. So as you come into school, again, your lockers aren't going to be utilized. So we need you to carry all of your stuff in your bag. That means your pens, your pencils, your notebook, your paper, and then also be sure you bring your Chromebook, your charger, and any earbuds or headphones that you have, okay? All right, as teachers welcome you. If they have anything specific that they need you to bring to their class, they're gonna let you know, okay? So don't stress, it's all good. And last thing is, before I turn it over to them, last thing is I know that this is gonna seem a little bit awkward because it's not our norm, right? And we're gonna work with you. We want you to work with us, and we're gonna make this the best experience we can, okay? We're really looking forward to seeing everyone, whether it be here, whether it be on Zoom. We love you guys, okay? All right, so I appreciate you listening to all my ramblings. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and the teachers are going to just welcome you. And then again, if they have anything that is specific for their class, they'll let you know about that. Okay. I love that sign because it's mask up, right? Just masks all the time, social distance, and sanitize the hands. Okay. So with that, look at these glorious faces. So all of our amazing people. So I'm going to pick a name, and then I'll have them welcome and say anything about their class they would like to, and then I'm going to have them pick another individual and go down the line that way. Okay. So Sue-Ann Brewer, I'm actually going to pick on you first and let you welcome everyone, and then we'll move from there.
Hey, welcome back to all of you. It's been a while since you've been face to face. And as Mr. Swanson said, we're obviously looking forward to that. And I'm just going to remind you on your tech, if you have a Chromebook, you have checked out from school, great. If you need one, we have those available with charging cords, and you're welcome to get one of those. Also, if you can please bring your own equipment as far as earbuds or headphones. We don't want to be sharing those, obviously, for reasons that we've already talked about because of safety issues. So those are just a couple of reminders. If you do bring your own device, just know that we can't really support that. There are people that use their own, but if something goes wrong, we have Chromebooks available for anybody who either forgets, something breaks down. We'll make sure you get through the day with a device so that you can be successful. All right, I'm going to call on Emmy Atwood.
Hey, everybody. It's simple for us on Wednesdays. Health and wellness will remain remote 100%. So Mr. Barrett and I will see you. Our routine won't change, but glad that some of us are coming back and that we get to progress towards normal.
Mr. Baird, go.
Hello, all. I am excited to see everyone either back in person or continuing on Zoom. You'll see me in a variety of ways around campus. If you're experiencing some stress and you need to talk about some things or you need some help with some academics, don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out as you are kind of transitioning back into more of a normal routine. Like Mrs. Atwood said, Wednesdays will stay the same. We'll continue with our book study via Zoom. And I will pass it to Mr. Jokinen.
Hey, nice to see everybody again. Yesterday, a quick plug for after-school activities. The sun shone brightly on Stadium Field yesterday. A lot of cool stuff you guys can jump into. So we had cross country, flag football, and volleyball all occurring. And all those coaches that were out there would welcome you at any given time if you want to jump into those activities. It's kind of a 4-week season, and then they'll do some other activities as well. So I encourage you to do that. On the PE side of things, as Mr. Swanson said, please dress for the weather. We're going to go outside as much as possible, which means that I've got my prop here. Have a plastic bag. Okay? It can be this wonderful Safeway bag, but a durable plastic bag that you can put your shoes in. Okay? If you have one of these smaller bags, that would work as well. Extra pair of shoes. You're guaranteed going to get wet, going to get soggy. Okay, they're going to get mucky, and being able to put them back into a plastic bag and put them in your other bag would be a wise idea. Then you don't have everything in your bag smelling like Stadium Field. Okay, a little towel would be a good addition. An extra mask. If you haven't figured this out yet, your mask gets soiled pretty quickly when you're doing activities. So it might be a good idea to put an extra one in there. Okay, and an extra pair of socks. Yes, these are clean. Okay, an extra pair of socks. Those are the big ones. And if you guys can put that in a nifty little bag, like I said, it can be just a nice durable Safeways bag or plastic bag. It's going to make your day a lot better. But dress for cold weather. If you're in those early morning classes, I have yet in 30 years of teaching to have a dry field at 9 o'clock. So just be prepared for that, okay? Look forward to seeing all you guys. Jump into those activities that I spoke of earlier. Nice to see everybody again. I'll hand it off to Miss Mylan.
All right. Hi, everyone. Great to see you all and continue to see folks on Zoom, and then welcome back the kids who are coming on campus 2 days a week. We'll have some fun with that. And again, like Mr. Swanson said, I'll be there to greet you, so don't worry about finding me. We will figure it out. And after the first day, you'll be pros. For science, just remember to bring your science notebook, and really important to have your pencils ready, sharpened. We have a 7th grade supply list that will cover all of your 7th grade classes, but in particular for science, make sure you have your science notebook, pencils, and we will be getting outside a bit. So I'll talk, to you in class as we get into those activities. Remember to charge your Chromebook at night so it can make it through the day once you're here. And just always ask questions if you ever are unsure. There's no stupid questions, just ask them and we're here to help you. So thanks, and let me know how we can help you out. How about Mrs. Bakeman? We'll stick with 7th grade for now.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm really excited to have those of you back in person, and also excited always to see you on Zoom classes too. So I just want to remind you that if you're in the building, our doors and windows are going to be open for airflow. So dress warmly. You might want to take a coat. You can always take it off, but I don't want you to be cold either. I want to remind you to bring a handheld pencil sharpener. So if a pencil breaks, you can sharpen it yourself. We cannot share items. Highlighters are something that you're going to need, and colored pencils besides the regular pens and pencils. And I want to remind you to bring your white folder that you got at the beginning of the year with your sentence stocking guide, your smiley face tricks, your English journal. And if you have the paper copy of the Current Scope magazine, bring that as well. They all will fit nicely into the white folder. And again, I'm excited to see you come back. Okay, I will go to Miss Davis. We'll keep it in 7th grade.
All right, hi everybody. I'm like everybody else. I am happy to have people back at school, kids back at school, and I'm excited to actually see faces. That's going to be pretty cool, but still see all those people at Zoom. For math, what I need you to do is, if you are on site, bring a spiral notebook, just to actually take notes. And if you're still Zooming with me, I still encourage you to take notes on problems, but also loose leaf paper. But really, that is all I have. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. All right, Mrs. Donnelly, you are up.
I'm up. All right. Yes, I'm excited to see some of you in person. Hopefully that'll shake up our dynamic on Zoom too, because we'll have just a new thing, a new groove going. You don't need to, I didn't send anything home with you except a textbook. So if you are someone who picked up the Washington State history textbook, make sure you've got that with you. And just like what everyone else said, your own pens, pencils, paper, definitely your Chromebook, because we're still mostly going to be using that as our main thing. And then Ms. Bakeman took my thing. I was going to remind you to dress warm, because my windows are all our windows are going to be open. And then also, I believe at lunchtime, some of us will be taking people outside to eat, still in our group, not like a free for all outside thing, but just eating outside as opposed to inside. So basically, if you're with me, you might be chilly. So dress warm. And then let's see, who else isn't gone? How about Mr. Wills?
Hello, exciting time because you get to come back. Our class is going to continue to be online as it's taking place during bus travel. So students on Mondays and Tuesdays, you'll be in Zoom with me on Thursdays and Fridays, and vice versa. And so it'll be 2 days a week. And if you haven't picked up your engineering notebook, and there's a little bag of cubes and a pencil in the office, make sure you pick those up as we head into technical drawing. So looking forward to continuing seeing you on Zoom. And I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Davis.
Hi, my name is Andy Davis, and just excited to see you guys come back. Here's what you need to bring. You need to bring some energy to the building, okay? Empty buildings have no energy. We need energy in the building. We need enthusiasm. Come back enthusiastic and happy to be there. It's going to be weird, but we're back. And bring your effort. That's it. You can bring energy, enthusiasm, effort. I think we're all going to be good. Okay. Looking forward to seeing you. Oh, I got to pass it on. Don, let's go, Don.
Right. So for 8th grade science, bring your science journal with you. And if you need another copy, I have plenty of extras. And also for science, it's also handy to have some colored pencils. So if you have those available, bring those back with you. And that is it. I'm looking forward to seeing you in person and on Zoom. And I'm going to pass it on to Miss Reed.
Hi, everyone. For ELA, US History, you will need to bring a composition book. I have plenty of extras if you don't have one. I recommend for people at home that are sticking on Zoom to get one as well. It's just easier than our digital notebook. Other than that, I'm excited to see everyone in person and to keep seeing people on Zoom as well. I will pass it over to Ms. Pinkerton.
Thanks, Christine. Hey guys, my name is Ms. Pinkerton and I teach 8th grade math. So, I mean, everybody sort of covered it, but my kids, go ahead and make sure you have your notebook, you know, as well as any pencils and then a calculator, whatever you use for that. And as well as a coat, because I try and get us outside as, you know, as much as possible and doing some fun activities out there. Let's see, I have a little note list here. Then one other thing is, so just so you guys know, my classroom, and I will be standing out there, you know, to help you, but my classroom is in the high school hallway. So as you come in, just please, you know, be aware that there are other classes going on during passing period and be respectful of that. Other than that, I am just super excited to see you guys because it has felt so empty here. And I'm just excited for you guys to bring your energy and to see your smiling faces. So yeah, I'll pass it on to who hasn't gone. Sorry, I was gone with some students for a little bit.
Let's go with Mrs. Giuseppe.
Okay, I'll pass it on to you, Ms. Giuseppe.
Okay, I'm just going to go with what Mr. Davis said, which is bring the 3 E's, that energy, enthusiasm, and effort. And I cannot wait to see everybody on March 15th.
Ms. Hunter.
Hi, Cougars. Welcome back. I'm excited to see all of you and look forward to working with you. As you're listening to all this information today, don't stress if you can't remember it all. There was a lot that's been said this morning, and we're all here to help you and make it a positive experience. And 7th graders, no worries about where things are. We're there. We'll be out and about to show you around. So looking forward to the 15th. And Mrs. Eaton.
Hi, everyone. I am Mrs. Eaton and I work with Mrs. Hauk in the main office. So I have seen some of you come in to pick things up, or for those of you that have been able to come in, we have met you as well. We're excited to have you back. It's pretty quiet in here without any bells ringing or any students walking around. So that will be exciting to see you all. And again, 7th graders, don't worry if you don't know where you're going. People will be out there to help you feel welcome and make sure that you find your way. Anyway, welcome back. Go Cougs.
All right, Mrs. Stats.
I'm Mrs. Stats. I am the school nurse here in the building and I serve middle school and high school. So the 7th graders have probably not seen me or met me. Several of the 8th graders may have in the past. My hope is to just wave at you in the hallways and not actually see you because you're not feeling well. I am here though and available and will be happy to take care of you should you be sick at school or have an injury with PE. I am located in the office with Mrs. Eaton and Ms. Hauk. You can come look me up when you are back in school.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Again, we're here to help you out. So no stress. All right. We are going to be out in the hallways. We'll be visible. Please ask questions, and we're gonna take you under our wings. All right. Excited to see everyone, and yeah, we're gonna get this started on March 15th. So, as people have already said, go Cougs, and we will talk to you all very soon. All right. Take care. Bye.